What's going on, guys, and welcome to another video. This one is more of an informative video, no gameplay, nothing at all. This is more of a chat to talk about how to improve your overall game of FIFA, how to expose some of the mechanics, how to just basically learn how to play the game. You need to, obviously, FIFA is a game, so games have ways to be beaten. Games are always broken. They have mechanics you need to use, certain things that actually fit the gameplay and the criteria to how to win. A lot of people, you come up against FUT champions, you see, say, players that, the first point I'm going to get onto is players, meta formations, etc. in the way that you need to really play the game. Because FIFA, it doesn't make sense really that you have, say, an 89 rated player like, is David Silva 89 rated? But say players like David Silva, Ozil, Gundogan, in real life they're unbelievable players. They'd fit in any team, win you games on their own with the way they play. In FIFA it's a different story. Those guys will lose you games on their own. It's like they don't have the pace, the stamina. The way they play, that creative play, doesn't work in FIFA. It doesn't allow you to win games. You will win the odd couple, but you will never go to that next level, the next stage in your FUT champions, your division rivals, and you just get frustrated. You need to play the game, and you need to use the players that effectively beat the game. On screen now you see 11 players that will beat the game, that you see time and time again in FUT champions, different variations of these players all the time. These are the meta players. They're not all the meta players. I've left out icons. Everybody knows most icons are meta anyway in their own way. But these players, the base players, well, some are in forms, special cards, whatever, but these are the meta players. These are the cards that will take you to the next level. Not many people can afford these cards at all. As you can see, I have 3 out of the 11. So I have done another team that is meta. You can't get a cheap meta team. It is impossible to get a cheap meta team, but you can get a cheaper meta team than obviously this. It's hard to it is a pay to win game, as you know, so if you're not willing to pay, you don't really get the results. You might be the best player in the world, but because someone's got a finisher like Cristiano Ronaldo, they might have one shot and beat you. That's just how it goes. So you need to look at the meta. The meta is important. Also, with the meta, it isn't just the team, it's the gameplay, what you need to do, the way you play it. Time finishing on this one. If you don't time finish, you aren't ever going to go to the next level ever. Trust me on that. You will never go anywhere on this FIFA if you do not time finish. You will only win certain games. People can have 3 shots against you and beat you 3-0 with time finishing. If you don't use that, you will get beat. Since I've implemented it into my game, it has been like, you score goals that you shouldn't score. It is shit in that way. Like, you're just like, that's not a real life goal, is it, to be honest? When someone flicks it from the corner flag, does a couple of kick ups and then volleys it in, it's just like, it doesn't work. But that's how you win. Like, stupid shit like that, playing it. But on screen I'll go through each player in each position just to talk you through what is a meta in that aspect of the player. Courtois, tall, high rated. Obviously there's not really much to goalkeepers apart from that. Like, keepers really stand out on this one. You've got Courtois, Neuer, De Gea, Oblak, Handanovic, and say the 87 Szczesny as well. Edison to an extent. They're meta. They're just like unbelievable goalkeepers. You need a good goalkeeper on this. They don't really save a lot anyway, so you need all that help you can get, really. Right back, I've put Cancelo in there. He's one of my favourite right backs. 6 foot, good work rates for a fullback, I suppose. You don't really get many with medium highs, etc. High highs, you got Walker, Sandro, and Semedo who fall into that. But Cancelo, high pace, high defending, good physical. That's why you see him a lot. You obviously see him a lot linked with this man. He will play centre mid and then moved up. That's another thing. You need to adjust your game to not just fit players in a formation when you start. You need to be playing Ronaldo at centre mid. You need to be playing Kante at striker and then change it to get the best out of your team. That's just how it works. You can't just put a team 11 out, 3 centre mids, three strikers, and work like that. You need to get players in your team any way that you can, basically. Centre halves, fast, strong, decently tall, not 5'6" centre back. It's never going to work. They need good interceptions. Interceptions is key. That's more their positioning at centre back. That's why Ramos is so good. He's got 91 as standard. So jumping as well. You need them to win the headers off corners, to clear the corners, obviously, to score corners the other end, to win the ball off goal kicks. Varane, the pace merchant. I think it's best if you go with a fast and more of a solid centre back. Like Ramos is 75 pace, but that's nothing when you compare. Like Ronaldo has 90, 93 and 95. He comes up against that. He's like 20, 15 pace at least, lower than the strikers. So, but his defending makes up for it. He's absolutely unreal. Probably the most meta player on this game, to be honest. He fits everything. Varane, meta as well. You're just not running past Varane, are you? To be honest, nobody's going to get past Varane. Jordi Alba at left back. Speed, good in the air, 81 jumping. You might think, yeah, he's 5'7". If you've used Jordi Alba, you will know that Jordi Alba is really good in the air. He wins. His jumping is black. He seems to like jump as high as Ronaldo. He's unbelievable. He's my favourite left back. Got 3 different centre mids here. You've got your all-rounder in Paul Pogba. He hasn't got the work rates for an all-rounder, but in game, if you set him to like stay back, he will do both. Good going forward, good passing, good physical, decent pace, decent defending as well if you stick shadow on him. Just the all-round midfield is what you need. You need like a box. I feel like you always need a box-to-box. It's just to help you out, really. If you're bad at defending or bad at attacking, you get an extra body basically when you're going forward and back. You need your holding midfielder, your Kante, your Allen, your Matuidi. I'm stuck on this one. Basically. You need your gritty player. You need your player to win the ball back. You see pros using Vieira. Obviously, not many people, probably 0.3% of people can afford Vieira. Kante is the best affordable version of Vieira. Best ball winner on the game, in my opinion. If you did do the Lucas Torreira squad builder, if you didn't, you missed out. If you did, basically, you've got Kante, a 20,000-30,000 coin Kante. You know what I mean? He's obviously not as good, but for the price difference, if you stick an anchor on or shadow on Torreira, he's an absolutely unbelievable player, so you won't really see a difference. You've got your let's just say Cam. I've got him at Cam. I'm thinking about the formations that I play. You need your Cam to be just the world beater, to be honest. He's going to get a lot of shots, a lot of passes. He's going to touch a ball more than everybody else. He's going to be going forward. He's going to be your main man, really. Obviously, you've got Neymar now at a Cam. I feel like it depends what formation you play. If you play a 4-2-3-1, you can get away with a slower Cam. If you play a 4-1-2-1-2, you need a faster Cam because he's going to break the line and you've already got 3 attackers instead of 4. So you need to think about what formation you're playing. Neymar, obviously, he's got good stamina, he's unbelievable pace, dribbling, shooting, passing. He's got everything. He's literally a game beater, a meta player, as we're calling him. Wingers, Hazard, Mane's, Douglas Costa's, Salah's, Bale's, Mbappe's, the Neymar on the wing. There's a lot of wingers, but I've gone for Hazard up there because I think he's the highest rated. Pace, dribbling, shooting, passing, that's what you need on your wingers. Stamina as well, you need good stamina on your wing. You don't want him to be blowing out his arse and not being able to run past the fullback after the 40th minute. Hazard, obviously he's unbelievable. You can't get his card anymore, but if you do get him, you can use the normal Hazard, you can use Mane, you can use Info, Mane. There's a lot of players that fit his criteria. I feel like your wingers need to have at least 4-star skill. That is a key. At least 4-star skill, along with preferably 4-star weak foot. Most wingers do have 4-star weak foot. Gareth Bale doesn't, but where he differs to wingers is he won't really play on the wing. You're gonna play Bale central. He doesn't have the movement, like the agility to. He seems really slow on the ball, Gareth Bale, so he doesn't have that that turn of pace like a Hazard does, like a Mane does, like a Neymar does. So he will be your central player. Good pace, physical, heading, shooting, whatever you want with Gareth Bale. Obviously, if you're going to play someone more out wide as a winger, you would go with Mbappe. Mbappe, Salah. That's another thing as well. When you're playing wingers, you want them to cut in. As obviously we're talking about the meta. The meta is finesse shots. The meta is time finesse shots. The meta is just time shooting in general. Right foot on the left foot on the right. That's why if you've got a team with Neymar and Mbappe, I will always switch it. So you've got Neymar on the right, Mbappe on the left for the finesse shots. That's just how it works. It's not really how it should work, it's just how it works. Like, that's how to beat the game, to be honest. That's what you need to do. I'm not lying to you, this is exactly... I've played FIFA for months now, this is exactly what you need to do. You can watch any pro, this is exactly what they will do. I actually played against Tas the other day and got absolutely smashed. Like, the level that he played at was unbelievable. His time finishing, every shot went in, and I'm literally not even joking. I had the same amount of chances as Tas. He scored every one, I didn't score one. It's like... He abused the meta he had like Neymar, Vieira, Hullit, Ronaldo, Pele, you know what I mean, that kind of team. He had that Cam Neymar, unbelievable team. That's what they do. They just abuse it and it works. So this is what you need to do. This man, nobody can afford him, to be honest. You do see him a lot. I don't know how so many people have got so many coins or there's so many Ronaldos about, but if you can get him, you obviously need him. He's the best player on the game. Every pro uses him. He fits every single criteria. He's got the pace, he's got the physical, he's got the dribbling, the shooting, the passing, the jumping, the heading. Perfect work rates. 4-star weak foot, 5-star skill. Why on earth would you not use Ronaldo if you can afford him? The most meta player that you can get is Ronaldo. Bottom line, Ronaldo is the best. Other strikers... If, like I say, you will play Bale up front. Bale kind of fits the same stature as Ronaldo, the tall, the big, fast man up front. You've got Lewandowski's, but they will let you down sometimes, as in they haven't got the pace. They've got everything else but the pace. People say you don't need pace. You do need pace. You will realise that you do need pace. Not all over the pitch, but I feel like in the final third, if you're going to go to that next level, you do need pace. You won't see a pro using Harry Kane. Unbelievable shooting, but you just don't see it because it's not the meta way to play. It's not the way to beat the game. I'm actually going to show you now a squad selector, the team that I made. That is a cheaper version. Like I said, you can't go cheap and have a meta team, but this is probably the cheapest meta team that you can do. Also, you will see Firmino, he's not a striker, he plays centre mid. You need to look elsewhere for players. Perfect work rates for a centre mid, high. Perfect stamina, 90. He's decently fast. Chuck a Hunter on him, he's even faster. Got good shooting, decent passing, good dribbling. He actually isn't that bad at defending. His stats are really bad at defending, but you will see he intercepts a lot of passes. I don't know what it is when you play him centre mid. It's the same as Griezmann. If you had to play Griezmann centre mid, he's unbelievable at centre mid. Like winning the ball back, he just doesn't make sense. But that is what it is. This is the team. You could have any French goalkeeper or whatever in there. I prefer, you could have Buffon. I prefer ter Stegen as he's got good kicking. Kicking is a meta stat. Courtois doesn't in the last one, but he makes up for it for just his overall game basically. Ter Stegen, Lala. You see a lot of people use Lala to link Mbappe, and a lot of other French players into teams. He's got everything: pace, good dribbling, passing, defending, physical. Kimpembe is really cheap. And he's meta, literally. He's the cheap Varane, isn't he? He's got good pace, defending, heading, whatever. Everything you need is centre half. My favourite centre back on the game is Umtiti. Ramos is the best centre back I've used, but my favourite is Umtiti. For some reason, I really like Umtiti. He's just like, he's a beast, man. I think he's at the minute as well. He was like 100 and something grand at one time. I think he's about, I paid 60 grand for him with a shadow. You know what I mean? Like he's gone down a lot, but he's literally unbelievable. Jordi Alba again. Few of these players feature a few times. You will see Jordi Alba, my favourite left back. I'm obviously going to put him into a team. We got Kondogbia. You could have other players in there. Kondogbia fits it perfect. You're going to play him on not as a centre mid. You're going to play him as a wider centre mid, as I would. I would show the team how it would look in game. Kondogbia, good defending. I would have him set as stay back while attacking. He has got high medium, but if you set him to that, he will just stay back anyway. Unbelievable physical stats and defending stats. I'd probably chuck a shadow on him, to be honest. He doesn't need the physical stats upgrading. Matuidi, your Kante player. With different work rate, he's got a high, but if you send him stay back while attacking, he won't go forward. Unbelievable. He'll just sweep up all game for you. He does what he I think he's about 25 grand at the minute on Xbox. So pick him up if you can. He fits in a lot of teams, being French. Do you know what I mean? He works really well. Then we've got Firmino. Another thing as well, if you do need to play a player on like 7 chemistry, I would do it as your centre mids. You want your strikers to have the maximum boost and your defenders to have the maximum boost. Centre mids, it doesn't really matter that much. So what are you going to chuck on Matuidi if he's a holding mid? Shadow or Anchor, obviously. But he's already got really good stats, so that will just boost him up a bit more. So it is like he will be on 7 chemistry here. It doesn't need to be on 10. It is preferably on 10. You get the most boost from your chem stars, but whatever, you know what I mean. It doesn't improve it that much from like 7 to 10. Matuidi is already a fantastic player. Talked about Firmino. Mane, talked about him earlier. He's got pace, stamina, dribbling and shooting. 4-star. Perfect work rates for a winger as well. I play him up front. I will play Mane up front to beat the back line. Mane is really, really good if you haven't used him. This is the inform one. You can just use the normal one. Mo Salah. Unbelievable. Same. He's got the same. He's literally the same player as Bale, apart from the physical. He's got the same weak foot, same skill moves. I think he's got the same work rate. Good pace, good shooting, good dribbling. Just hasn't got the physical, but that doesn't really matter with Mo Salah. When you play him up front, he's there. He'll be a right striker for your first-time finesses, just your finesse shots in general. Same as Mane. Like I said, left winger, right foot, right winger, left foot. That's what you need basically. Griezmann at cam. High. He'll be linking your midfield and your strikers really, really well. Griezmann is one of my favourite players on this game. Put a hunter on him and look at his stats. Good dribbling. He's actually really good in the air. 90 jumping, 84 heading accuracy. Good shooting, good pace, good passing for a cam. The man is unbelievable. He's probably. Am I going to make this claim? The best attacker you can use who isn't upper 250k. What did I pay? That's not Griezmann. 189 grand. He's not even 200k. The most meta player for under 200k is Griezmann. If you're looking for not a budget team, like I said, you can't get a meta team on a low budget. But if you're looking for meta players and you want them, this team is generally not that expensive. Like apart from Griezmann, Mane and Salah, you don't have a player over 100k. I don't think you even have a player over 60k. You have Umtiti's the most expensive. He's about 35. You can get him for free. About 25 grand, 30 grand, 52 grand, 20 grand. You know what I mean? It's a good team for the value that you get. I will actually show you the team I'm running in a minute, and it is very similar to this. It's more expensive. I had more coins. Obviously, you saw that I got Salah ST, my red pick, so obviously he's going to be used. But this is the way. Where's the 4-1-2-1-2? Is it backwards or this way? It's backwards. Oh Jesus, it's all the way. Yeah, basically, the way this team would look in game is this. Is he swapped now? Isn't it? That's basically what the team would look like in game. You have everything. Obviously, the defense stays the same. Really good. Kante there, your sweeper across the whole back line in your midfield. You got Firmino as your high to help you out. Good going when he goes forward. He's brilliant. Like he's on the left, obviously for that finesse shot reason. When he does get a chance, he'll be on his right foot. Kondogbia is left-footed, so if he gets that chance, he will be on his left foot. He has got good long shots, not very good finishing, but he in my team I have Thomas Partey. He plays the same role as Kondogbia. He's like your second defensive man. So you need to kind of play one way down the left, maybe, or just the way that feels right for you. But that's the way that I play. Griezmann at cam, right foot on the left foot on the right. That's all it is about teams, really. Also, you can't just, going back to the meta players at the start, what I said, like David Silva's, you can't just use players that you want to use if you want to succeed at FIFA. You can't have like Ozil, Silva at cam thinking you're gonna unlock every defense. It just doesn't work. That's just not how the game plays. You need certain players fit games every year. Yeah, like Kondogbia works this year, he might not work next year. Like, that's just how it is. That's just how FIFA is at the minute. It's just to say it's an esport is a bad route, to be honest, because it's, you have a lot of problems with gameplay, glitches in games. So I think it needs improving, but obviously there's always going to be a meta in a game like FIFA. They're not going to let everyone just use whatever players they want. They should, but they're not going to. Also, you need to find a formation that is comfortable for you. You see a lot of pros that they're using 4-2-3-1. I've tried it so many times. I really want to play 4-2-3-1, but I can't personally. It doesn't fit the way I play. I basically lose every game when I do it, even with good players. I could use an attack of Salah, Neymar, Mbappe, and Zola I've used, and it was terrible. Like, Mbappe doesn't do anything, Neymar doesn't do anything, but for pros it works. That's just the way they play. This is my preferred formation. I could put any players in this formation. I would play better than if I had an all icon squad in a 4-2-3-1. You need to find what's comfortable for you when you're playing. Don't try and copy other people. It doesn't really work. They can help you out. I put formation videos out to help you out for people that do use those formations. But like, there is different ways to play than what pros do. Don't try and copy them. Play your own way and you will succeed more. Also, this is more a personal thing. Not personal to me, but personal to everybody who plays the game. You will see players who get far in for champions, etc. Their composure in game is like second to none. They don't get frustrated. You concede, you go mad, you probably hit the wall, you throw your pad or something like that, then you're just raging for the rest of the game. You pull your defender out of position. You're not playing your game. You're not playing the way that you can play. You need to keep calm. You need to keep your composure. Basically, that's more important than anything. Like, say if the ball comes into the box, you see, like, say if the ball comes into the box with like me, and I'm losing 1-0, and I really need it, and it's the 80th minute, I would just probably head it. I will go for the header from a stupid angle, and the keeper will save it, or it will go wide or whatever, and it will be a terrible chance and chance wasted. You see, like Tex, the ball comes into the far post, whoever's he playing thinks he's going to hit it. He brings it down, waits for the keeper to move, and then hits it. That's the difference. Like, you need to keep your composure. You've got more time than you actually think on FIFA. Like, with time finishing, I was like, how do people do it so quick? How do people do it so fast and get perfect every time? When you actually learn it, it's not that hard. It's not actually that hard. I do it now, and it took me like a day to learn it. I was just playing games, and it was just coming naturally to me. Now I just do it all the time. Even when I'm one-on-one, I'll do it. You have more time than you actually think, and that comes down to your composure as a person. That is important. But yeah, guys, that's all for me today. I'll hopefully bring you some more videos soon. I have finished work for the year now, so I have time available to do videos for you guys, play a lot of FIFA. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked it. I hope this improves your game. Take some tips from it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.